Okay, we're back. Hi.
Okay, cool. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. It's us. We are
I'm just
friends.
gonna get into it.
Okay.
Oh, thank God! Someone took a screen cap of it, of what it was underneath before XQC decided to ruin it.
YouTube chat pop out. Hi, Jumpy.
Hi again.
It's been so long. We missed you.
All right. Yes. Okay.
All right. Get
Yeah,
back
far
to
away,
it.
Junpei heard the bell ring. No, I did so
no.
once. It was 1 a.m.
Oh no.
He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 of the others already there. Ace, Santa, Clover, June, 7, and Lotus. They had
Why'd you
gathered in
miss us,
front of
Jumpy?
the door numbered 8. Perhaps, to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to the door number 8.
Red.
And had one of them found the missing piece? What happened, guys? It was June who answered him.
Hi.
Hey, look!
He was pointing at the red. Pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. He immediately knew what she had meant. Displaying the front of the
Aw,
red read
Jumpy.
vacant. Junpei sighed. Come on, guys. Who was it? Thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well,
Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut. What the hell? What is up with you guys? They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way.
Oh no.
Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke.
well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
I just fucking said that.
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
Oh no.
Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again, just to make sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal. Clearly, whatever had been missing had been returned. What about the other 2?
Who?
They're the same.
Junpei quickly examined the other 2 boxes. Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others. Alright, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right? Ace and June nodded silently. Seven raised his hand as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged.
Actually, I'm Santa.
Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing. Huh? Wait a minute.
What
That
did
was
you
when he
do?
noticed. Where's Snake? Junpei swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
We've got to find him now.
Does that mean that he found them?
I have no fucking clue.
You.
You. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either. Actually, I'm Santa.
I don't suppose we'll know unless we ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell's he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Oh no. Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he can get around in the first place.
Clover raised her head.
I mean,
No, that's
Yes,
impossible.
temporal ass pain!
temporal ass pain.
Temporal ass pain.
Temporal ass pain is my fucking favorite. In one of the Zero Escapes, the official, me and like 5 other people changed our nicknames to Temporal Ass Pain. Anyway,
Hey, I have a question. Can we? Somebody on somebody on my Tumblr just finished playing Zero Escape 999 specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting a bunch of Zero Escape posts.
Good.
So Dwayne, can you read this?
Your brother looks gender non-conforming as fuck.
You're insane.
Oh, and there's the fucking Funyurimpa. You're insane. You are insane.
Anyway, no, it's impossible.
Haha,
Suddenly she was
Clover.
shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got a great hearing. He can get around as good as anyone else here. Well, I guessed, but so he couldn't get lost. It's impossible.
Clover started to shake and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him.
The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run. Hey.
Sorry to disappoint you, Botson. It is.
Junpei cried,
It is.
Junpei
not
cried
your
out to her,
good.
but she was too slow.
Oh yeah, no, we're not doing. Nope.
Sorry.
What's your
sorry,
escape?
Kevin. I mean, Botson.
Kept going before anyone else could react and she was gone.
Whoa, it's Botson reviews.
Damn it.
Whoa, it's bots.
What should we do now?
Oi, 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 big fan.
Well, the red is working now.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I'm still looking at the r/play stuff.
Mm-hmm.
r/Milwaukee has partnered up with r/Greece.
Base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
you.
I'm like, it is me. I did it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Someone was like, I'm gonna see if I can convince r/Greece to help us, and they did.
Nice.
Anyway,
Wow,
haha,
Dwayne,
Clover.
that's two of you.
Anyway, haha, Clover. He is banging your brother. Anyway,
That's two of you.
2 of them.
No, we're not gonna leave two people behind. We should go look for them.
Oh man, this ain't good.
Oh yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for a piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots and Snake.
And stay.
Then stay here, jackass. I'm not
Nobody
stopping
asked
you.
you to come with.
Nobody asked you. Oh wow, I almost said a slur.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow, Dwayne.
it's one I can say.
I mean, to be fair, yeah.
I mean, he would. He's like a sad old man.
Sad old man.
He'd say it. Fucking anyway.
Meg Megman.
Stay here, but there's no goddamn time. We've only 5 hours left. 5 hours, 5 persons, 5 doors.
Junpei and the others nodded to one another and then took off at a run.
They changed the A in German 985 to an Amogus.
That's funny.
It still looks like an A though. It's really funny.
In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split up. Quickly assigned search areas and went their separate ways. Soon, only 2 of them were left. Those 2 were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the others.
Ace would call us all several slurred.
Yeah, every single one of us.
All right, we should go too.
Yes, let's go. But where should we start?
Let's see. Where do we go?
I can't remember.
You can actually skip it by just going back to the hospital room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's. Where do you want to go, Quaint?
I don't care.
What's your favorite?
I don't care.
Jumpy, where should we go? You're the pro.
I'm saying we go
These
to
are
the
all
casino.
these are all fluff text.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying we go to the casino because I'm a gambling addict.
Yeah.
How about the
fucking-
casino on B deck?
Okay, sounds good.
Let's go home.
I want to go.
They took off. They took off up the stairs at a run. Before they knew it, they were there. So was Lotus.
Why am I
She's leaning
here?
against the wall, examining her nails.
Oh yeah, you!
Hey, what do you think you're doing? She glanced up at him, unimpressed.
Isn't it obvious? Okay.
No, it's not.
I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really?
Fucking really?
Maybe you need to look harder.
You really didn't think that was the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
I refuse to elaborate further.
Yeah?
Leave. I think it would be funny.
No, that's
but-
alright.
okay.
Let's go, June. Junpei tugged June's arm and led her quickly back toward the stairs.
Oh, we left?
All she says is like, hey, why don't we team up and leave everyone behind?
Oh. Was that okay?
I don't give a shit.
You don't think we should have listened to her?
No, I got a pretty good idea what her proposal would have been. We should just be looking for Snake. Well, where should we go next?
Let's just go through all of it.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the first class cabin. It's really close. They turned around and took off down the hallway to their left. Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover, who was standing in front of the wall. He was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank.
Talk to her.
Yeah.
I want to
Are you
actually
alright?
talk to her.
His best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond. Look, I know you're really worried, but, He could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who seemed to have been very close to.
Oh,
The only person who sounded as concerned about,
Santa?
you can't put your Fortnite card on live. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Didn't mean it. Alone.
Her voice
I
was
said
her voice was thin and barely audible.
alone.
Huh?
Alone.
Alone.
I said leave me alone.
Suddenly she was screaming.
You're so annoying. Just go away and leave me alone. Just
Whoa.
looking at you guys is pissing me off.
Whoa, mamma mia, cunt.
Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else. Stop bothering me.
Junpei was taken aback. Such anger and hate. His eyes had gone wide with surprise as well.
Why are you still here?
Just to suffer.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Did you hear me?
Alright, go
Ugh,
again.
fine, forget it. If you're not gonna leave, then I'll just.
Alright, let's go, June.
Bye.
Yeah.
They turned and left Clover. As they did, Junpei glanced back over his shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face.
Aw, sorry to hear that.
Clover had driven home the misery.
The misery.
Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed. For Clover's sake, they had to find Snake, and fast. It was best to push away the misery and depression and force a smile. So, where do you think we should go next?
The hallway with all the rooms.
Hey, why don't we go back to C-Deck? We can take a look at that hallway with all the rooms.
Okay, let's get going.
Together, they ran down the stairs. Ahead of them, farther down the hallway, they spotted Ace.
Oh God. You.
Hey! Snake! Where are you? I like to think he's being like... he's being like super insincere about it. He's like, Snake, answer me. Oh well, Guess he's not answering.
Guess we can't find him.
Guess we can't find him. Sorry,
Oh
Clover.
well.
Junpei paused.
Your brother's dead, I guess.
Yeah, just go over there.
Let's talk to him. Why
Jun
not?
and Toe, Junpei jogged up
Talk!
to Ace.
Oh yeah, talk, dude.
Hearing their footsteps, he turned to greet them.
Hello, Mario. Snake is, well, that's obvious, isn't it? He's blind. I assume you haven't found him
Sure
yet.
is.
Junpei nodded.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, find him as soon as we can. Clover's sake, I guess.
Right.
Junpei's face looked kinda enraptured. By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? The question seems somehow odd to Junpei. Why? Well, it's
Yeah.
obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all. Ace looked at him for a moment and then spoke.
Yeah, you know, now that they mention it, they don't.
Now that you
Shut
mention
up,
it,
Kevin. Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one. Certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why, or even if he was seeing what he thought he was. He could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke.
At any rate, we must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford. Alright, let's get back to the search. You can leave this area to me. I'm totally not doing any kind of... Listen, like, totally not fucking anything up.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Sure.
Let's go, Jumpy.
At Jun's urging, they left.
Bye.
What a fucking weirdo.
They found themselves back at the stairs, but Junpei's mind was in turmoil. There's so
Man,
much to
really?
think about, but... No, it had to be put aside for now. As Ace had said, finding Snake was their top priority. Junpei did his best to clear his mind. Alright, where should he go next? Just finish. Why don't we
We're
go back
done.
to the big hospital room?
Yeah, okay. Whatever you want.
They turned and headed back toward the large hospital room. On their way to the large hospital room, Junpei and Jun noticed Santa sitting next to the number 3 door. Junpei paused.
Yeah, talk to him.
Yeah, why not?
Junpei and Jun walked up to Santa. What are you doing?
Definitely not thinking about Snake. I mean, what?
Uh-huh.
What, you can't tell? Check.
Junpei looks like a Weezer fan.
Weezer?
Weezer?
Kevin, no. Weezers are a trigger word.
It's our yeah.
We immediately default.
Sure.
Oh, he does look like one, yeah. Plastic's right.
He does.
Oh. Oh, we're dying. Oh, no.
I'm checking out the red. Yeah, doing that.
Why is your fly down?
What?
What? You said he was thinking about Snake. I mean, no, he's not.
We need context for why Weezer's a trigger. Let's go back to our latent mystery.
Oh, right.
So, two men were next to each other,
We
and we did what we do best.
make them have sex.
And one of them has a stupid fucking voice, and we think it's funny.
The
for that
fucking
voice to
KG
go
Shinobi
Weezer.
voice.
The KG
I just think
Shinobi
it's-
from Weezer.
I just think it's funny to say Weezer in the KG
Yeah.
And it's just turned into a thing where anytime anyone mentions fucking Weezer, that happens. And it's a whole thing. The Weezer The Weezer Wee is the only thing that got me through chapter 4. Gee. Fuck it, anyway. Yes, there's something bothering you. Yes, there's something bothering you. Fucking don't bring it up. What? It's not bothering you? It's okay. I also listen to Weezer. It's okay. I listen to Weezer and 100 Gex and all my friends make fun of me.
I mean,
Anyway.
make it easy for us.
I do make it easy. Huh.
Because you listen to Weezer and 100 Gex.
Anyway.
Oh, you put Mini Adachi up with Big Adachi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, huh?
The guts of this red.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
I mean, yeah, we did wonder about it, but we literally can't prove who did it, so what the fuck are you asking me for?
That was a really good excuse, huh?
Are you just coming up with this on the fly? Oh, speaking of.
Just fucking shut up.
Well, I'm curious too, but...
But what? Who do you think did it?
His eyes narrowed as he looked at June. He shook her head.
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
I don't know.
Quint, you pick.
Man, I wish I could say who I thought it actually was.
Me too. Anyway, Zero.
Yeah.
I mean, that's technically the closest to the actual answer.
Yeah.
I think
like
it
how
was
0 is
probably
the-
0.
Like how 0 is the closest number to...
Zero's not a number.
I mean, that 1 is the next closest number to 0. Why?
Isn't it obvious? He's the
I didn't
guy who
think
set
about
this whole
that.
thing up.
You don't think that should mean the opposite? It seems to me like that means he didn't do it. I mean, who do you think took that stuff out in the first place?
Probably 0.
Yeah, exactly. Dumbass. Kevin just told me I look like a man. And why the hell would he put it back then after he'd taken them out himself? Clearly you don't own an air fryer. Doesn't make sense. Why do all that work?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So what happened then? Who put that stuff back in the red?
You! He furrowed his brow. So in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red. Santa grinned.
Bingo.
We're not playing bingo right now.
Shut the fuck up. We have a winner! Yay!
What's my prize?
Fucking shh.
What's my prize?
Well, if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know.
You said I won, so what's my prize?
Shut the fuck up.
What's my prize, Santa?
Shut the fuck up, leave me alone! They're just like sibling rivalry. I don't know, I just think it's funny. Yeah,
But why?
no idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, maybe we'd find out something bad.
Something bad?
I don't know. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding.
Hmm.
Of course. Could have something to do with Snake's disappearance. Really think we should find him soon.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
It's not out of the question. I'll fucking kill him!
Gunpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. At first, he assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think he would need to reevaluate that assessment.
There's a snake in my boot.
And Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. Gotta be careful. Be careful, Snake. Oh!
Oh, hello. What is
Turtle
this
soup.
game? Oh, this is your turn to
This
die.
999 from the Zero Escape series.
People are on
Yeah.
a boat and they can't get out. Help them.
And they solve funny
Yep.
puzzles.
Those help puzzles.
Person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the cock. I mean, back.
With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away. Junpei and June looked at
Bye.
one another and smiled awkwardly.
They're just like, bye. Junpei hears this faint. Sorry.
Finish.
Good fucking god.
They looked
Kevin.
everywhere they
done.
can think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found. Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces and spoke.
We can't keep looking for Snake. Wherever he is, he's not here. I want to be Santa's ho ho ho. Funny you mentioned the Titanic.
Yeah, because this is meant to look like the Titanic.
Yeah.
They're like, what if we're on the Gigantic? Which is supposed, anyway. We can't keep looking for Snake. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying. Things seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point to wasting any more time. Others seemed to have similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. And finally, Seven spoke. We don't get a choice. Lotus is right.
Ugh.
We're not gonna find Snake. It's a problem, though. We gotta figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes,
Yes.
I have a proposal.
She walked back and
Yeah.
forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood.
I thought you said you had a puzzle. And I was like,
Puzzle.
Hot?
Finally stopped.
I don't know, you ask me. Or you tell me. Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice? What the fuck is wrong with you?
sacrifice?
Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? Submissive and breed up. No! Not Lotus!
Santa,
Oh, Kevin,
maybe.
like my French girl. Santa, maybe.
Santa, abso-fucking-lutely!
You can't put men in front of us.
Anytime there's a man. Fucking anyway.
Sexism against men exists, and we perpetuate it. At every turn! We can't all make it through those doors.
Yeah.
Lotus is the size of an average human mother.
If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, then only 1 person will be left behind.
It wasn't pleasant, but she was right. There wasn't any way that the numbers worked out. If one group was 4 and the other group... If one group was 4, the other group would always have a digital route that didn't match a door. When Seven spoke, his voice was strained. Then, you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
He's very beautiful to me!
Yeah.
I love. Actually, whenever we get to that part, are we gonna get to that part in this ending? Yeah, we are, right? Actually, I'm Santa.
I don't know about this stream.
Okay, well, still, just in general, because I want to put in actually I'm Santa once it happens.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then 1 person has to sacrifice themselves. No, that's too cruel. What's so cruel about it? To just sacrifice someone like that? Then what's your plan?
No, it'd be
Maybe-
hilarious.
Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That would be cool.
That's not what I meant. What the butler doing? In the right? That's Adachi!
That's Adachi.
It's a Dachi.
What the butler doing?
What the butler?
Butler.
Adachi would make a terrible butler.
Oh my god.
We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
He'd kill your wife.
I told you that's impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, Mamma Mia, cunt.
Yeah, that's a
Stand
lie.
a step between
That's-
Lotus and June.
Look, what Lotus is trying to say is that you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right? Which means we need to look for Snake right now.
That's how democracy works.
That's how society works.
And for that reason, I think it's only fair to decide who will be sacrifices through a vote.
Did someone say society? It looks
What
like
do you
he's
think?
holding a lamp. No, he's holding another Adachi.
No, that's terrible. I'm not asking you.
I'm looking for who
Shut the
asked.
fuck up. I'm looking for who asked. What about you, Santa?
Me?
Yes, you.
What? Me? Well, I agree, I guess. I don't know.
All right, that's 1 vote for.
No, Turtle Soup, that's called capitalism.
That's capitalism, baby.
Counting mine, that's 2. 7. You no,
Can't
No,
say I
the
agree
next
with
number's
you,
3.
but
No, she doesn't know how to count. It's
we don't
okay.
exactly have a choice. We don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Glad to see you get it. If I can get 1 more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover?
Clover had moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she had even heard Lotus's proposal.
Santa is
Lotus
also
walked
upset,
over to
but
Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
Don't fucking touch me!
Yeah.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Hi.
Lotus seems to be hitting on Santa, which is weird because 7 seems to be the jolly fat man.
Clover slowly lifted her face.
So you're saying that 7 should be named Santa? Anyway.
Oh! No, Santa is Santa because the number on his bracelet is 3.
you know
and-
Japanese.
And
You know
San-
Japanese, right?
Well, there's actually a
Son.
different reason he chose the name, but we'll get to that.
We'll get there. Don't worry about it.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Let's go look for him together, okay?
Okay.
If we sacrifice one person,
I
then we
mean-
can go look for him. You agree with me, right?
Clover nodded once.
The motion carries.
Lotus spun around and walked toward Junpei.
Now let's start a vote to...
That won't be necessary.
They
Shut
had barely
the fuck
spoken.
up.
Had barely spoken for Lotus's
face.
entire speech, and everyone jumped a little.
Do you know what a majority vote is?
6 pairs of eyes turned to look at him.
Hey, do you know what a majority vote
He
is?
didn't seem to notice or even care.
999 does need more Dio.
Zero's... Every series needs more Dio in it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that asshole.
I'll stay.
Even his
Definitely
stupid fucking
nothing.
hat.
Definitely nothing going on here. Does that mean I can go look for Snake?
Ace, what are you saying? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
June's voice shook, and she looked around desperately for someone to agree with her.
No, it does not.
He simply looked at her.
June, I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself. Prank him, John!
Huh?
I trust you. Each and every one of you.
You really
And
shouldn't.
I hope you guys trust me, too.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic. There's just nuts. These doors only go
Nuts?
one way. You go in and you don't come out. We go through them.
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
Good. True! Where's that picture of Adachi where the bottom text just says true?
True.
True. Ow! Fuck me in the face!
Are you good? What happened?
My lamp hit me directly in the eye.
That's funny.
And that was the only place. That was the only thing I could think to say.
Anyway, true, but that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
What?
Ugh.
Please, I beg you, once you've escaped, come back and rescue me. Nothing will go wrong.
No, yeah, I believe you.
Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given us.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time. Finally, Junpei can hold his tongue no longer. We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we going to find someone to come and rescue you?
Then perhaps you would prefer to stay instead of me. Perhaps you'd be willing to leave June behind.
His voice
Yeah,
was
leave her at-
signified without a hint of cruelty or malice. Junpei had no rebuttal.
Malice. You ever heard of Ice Nine?
Ice what?
You see, there's no other choice. And I see we've come to our conclusion. Go on,
Take it.
take it.
Take it from me, dude. I don't want to hold this shit anymore.
Before I fucking freak out. Go on, don't worry yourselves about me. Actually, you should worry immensely about me. Get the fuck out of here.
For several reasons.
Junpei stood frozen by indecision and unable to move. Junpei bit her lips so hard that Junpei feared she would break the skin. Santa stood against the wall, calm and aloof.
It's hard to bite.
Yes,
people
there are a
like that.
number of doors, and they have to total their bracelets a certain way to get through them.
You'll see.
Seven tore his beanie from his head and turned it over anxiously in his hand. Only Clover stared at Ace with an expression Junpei was unable to decipher. Lotus's attitude, however, was different from the others.
Good. Let's accept his kind offer then.
She smiled, her eyes bright. Ace answered with a smile of his own.
Good. I think this is the best for me. You have no idea. How
Fucking
this
smile.
Is...
Looks like a stupid cat mouth.
He's doing the Damon Gant smile, like he's polite.
Ugh. He doesn't
Perhaps-
look polite. He looks like an asshole.
Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. So,
No, they need more than one person to go through
Yeah.
the door.
yeah, 3
Groups
to 5.
of 3 to 5.
Perhaps it's my age, but I get tired so easily.
As he spoke, Ace lowered himself down to the floor next to one of the beds.
You're not gonna sleep on one of the beds. No, I'm not.
From somewhere deep in the ship, Junpei suddenly heard the screeching of metal on metal. Almost as if the ship were screaming. Really
I'm
hold until
sorry.
their time limit was up. Already, D-deck was flooded. In sudden silence, the only sound was the sad metal wail of the ship. Surprisingly, it was Lotus who spoke first.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Take it from me, dude.
I don't want to hold it anymore. Take it from me before I freak out.
Before I fucking freak out.
We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
Oh my god, is it snowing again?
Oh shit.
Jesus fucking
As if a
Christ!
spell had been broken, the others all began to talk at once. You're right.
God,
We should
I
get
need-
going. That's all we can do
Meanwhile,
right now.
I was there. Oh, it was 80 degrees today.
Man.
Oh my god, it is snowing. What the fuck? Fucking anyway.
7.
What the fuck are you talking about? Seriously, honestly, I was getting kind of sick of
I'm
wasting
getting sick of
time
looking
that
at
we
you.
could be using to find Snake.
Yeah, and I'm getting sick of looking at you.
Ooh.
Fucking. Ooh. Drama.
I have to find my brother.
Finally, someone gets it.
Finally, someone understands.
Wait, all of you. Let's just calm down and think about this.
I've been thinking about this since he went missing.
There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be. Right, Jumpy? Jumpy, say something.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm doing a.
let's think. There's
Sorry, I'm doing a.
gotta be another
I'm sorry,
way.
I'm doing a Sudoku puzzle. And
Its words sound
Wasn't paying
hollow and
attention.
fake.
Fine.
fine.
Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own.
Damn.
He spun around and ran toward Ace. Yes. Yes.
That old man.
Sad old man.
You're like twins.
Me and the best.
Is that me? Oh god, I really look like that.
Oh man, I really am a sad old. Oh, should I give you the no ninth man? Get drop that knife.
Nah, I'm good with what we have.
Okay.
Okay,
Sad old man is
He had
enough.
slumped down next to the bed when June grabbed his arm. June grabbed his arm and pulled.
I wonder what happens if I look up sad old man.
Come on.
Oh, it's all actually just sad
You-
old man.
You can't give up yet.
Oh wait, no, there he is.
Yes, I can.
I found this
We
in
just have to sit
under
down together
sad
and
old
think about
man.
this. Oh,
Oh no,
Yeah,
Lemmy!
Fucking Lemmy.
we just have to sit down together and think about this.
Just wowed you.
We'll figure
Yeah,
out a
okay.
way that we can all get out of here.
Then it
Well,
happened.
do you want to?
Oh no,
good
he
night.
died.
Dead old man.
Ace fell forward. He slumped over onto the wooden floor, his body folded in half like a boxer out cold.
Ace?
June cried out and dropped to her knees beside him. She put her arm around his neck and did her best to lift him up.
What happened, Ace? Say something.
She shook him frantically.
sleep.
His eyes fluttered
Sleeping.
open.
I'm alright. Just
His
thought it'd
voice
be
was weak
funny.
and slightly slurred.
Are you fine?
Don't fucking worry about it. I took some of Sherlock's crack.
Sad old man.
Sad old man. This.
He held out his left arm
Can
and
you-
slowly opened his hand.
Can you put? Oh damn it! I was gonna have you put the this like right
No,
next to like the
No,
sad
this
old
is
man
what
right
was.
next to
This
the
is what he
this.
had.
Crack.
Oh my god!
It was it was this.
Crack!
Crack.
Oh my god,
And
you
it was
have
a
crack?
let's slowly open his hand. In it was a syringe and a small vial.
What the
The vial
fuck? Why
was
do you have
empty.
crack?
Why don't you?
Compelling argument.
That's not even what my voice sounds like.
It was only recent. It had only recently been emptied. A few drops clung to the sides. There was a label taped on. There was a label taped to the side of the container. It read Soparil
Good night,
Beta.
Jumpy. We love you.
Oh god!
Soparil Beta.
No!
We had no idea what it
boy.
meant or what kind of medicine it might be.
Did you use this?
What? Yeah. It's just anesthetic.
It's Soparil Beta. Fuck off.
So so Santa is 3.
Yeah, Santa's 3. June is actually 6, and Lotus is 8, because a lotus flower has 8 petals.
Yes.
Yep.
Junpei doesn't get one because he told everyone his name.
Yeah,
But he's
Junpei,
5.
he's number 5, but yeah, he doesn't get a code name.
Sorry. I'm getting antsy.
Anesthetic?
That's
I
it. Who
can't believe
brought the
Miku's
Miku
on the ship.
Who brought the Miku automaton on the boat? Who would bring the Miku automaton on the
Oh,
boat?
sorry, that was me.
So fucking.
Snake was too, like Snake Eyes.
Yeah, like Snake Eyes. Like on dice.
And then there was someone with a 9th bracelet, because there were 9 people at the beginning, but that person died.
He blew up
He
from the
exploded.
inside out.
Right.
While we was searching the hospital, I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Why did you do this?
I thought it'd be funny. Didn't I tell you?
No.
I'd like to take a nap. I can only sleep if I do crack.
Sherlock.
Sherlock. I really am. Very on crack.
Junpei, what is going on? Junpei knew that wasn't why he had done it. He said injecting himself in anesthetic to forestall June and Junpei's attempts to bring him along. Watching all my attacks. He couldn't move. There was nothing they could do. He'd inject himself so that they would be forced to leave him behind.
Ace.
Huh? Stop playing Seven's Miku Automata! Sorry, it's just...
No, it's fun.
It's fun. Helps me
What did
sleep.
you stay behind? You can't play the automaton.
Oh, that's a
You know what? I'll just leave it with them. It's fine.
Oh, cool. Thanks,
No,
man.
you have to take it with.
No, it's
No, I
fine.
don't think we need it.
So they walk away, and you just hear him like... Fuck did I... Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Anyway, is there something you want to say? About my crack? I'd just like to sleep a little. Should keep it down.
No. Don't, Ace. Don't fall asleep.
You feel warm.
Okay, that's creepy.
Like fire.
Oh.
Like, you're really, really warm.
Alright.
I think I'll have a nice dream.
Okay, you're being creepy.
No,
Ace's
I'm
eyelids
not.
drooped further and further, almost as though
Just
he
on-
were dying.
Just on crack. Don't worry
Good.
about
Dead old man.
Dead old man.
Ace. Ace. Ace.
He shook
Ace
his
is
shoulder
play-
again and again.
With the helpful hardware, folks.
To this, he didn't respond.
And
Only the
aesthetic
gentle
would've
rising
knocked
and
him
falling
out,
of his chest told him he was even alive. If he was relieved to see he was, in fact, still breathing.
Anesthetic would have knocked him out way faster.
No, he had the monologue. He had the
When
monologue.
I got injected with anesthetic, it took 7 seconds.
Well, he's also larger than you.
Yeah, he's a sad old man. Actually, you are too, huh?
Or he's lying.
Fair enough.
Okay, he lifted Ace off the floor and laid him on the bed he'd been leaning against. Junpei turned around. Lotus gave him a look of pity.
Well, we really don't have a choice now. We can't let a sacrifice go to waste. Right?
He wasn't feeling any
Right.
remorse. Junpei was sure
Right.
of that. Still, he held no grounds upon which to oppose her. Felt wrong, but he had to agree. Suddenly, Santa spoke.
Yeah, but we're not done choosing yet, are we?
What? What do you mean?
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Yes, that's true.
Well, enough of the screwing around.
I'll go!
Let's decide already. I want to go wherever Snake is. You first, Lotus.
I hate that they wrote it like this.
I know. It's been bothering me the entire time.
Huh?
Huh?
You first, Lotus.
Yeah.
Which door do you want?
What's your opinion on the name XXCatUwu49X? I think that's great.
It's MySpace.
I want door 8. It's the same number as my bracelet number.
I just think it's a funny number. Got it. You're 8. You're an X7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
What the
Her
fuck?
face distorted by rage. Lotus took a step towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
For a split second, I thought 7 said Steven.
Steven. It's his name.
Ugh! You're gonna get it next time.
You shot him
Yeah.
a glare that would have melted steel and turned and stalked off.
Oh, she gave him the mom stare. Alright,
Oh, so she was responsible for 9/11.
What?
What?
What the
Care to
fuck are
elaborate?
you-
Yeah, her glare can melt steel, and everybody knows jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
That was awful. Go like in the timeout corner.
You caused me physical pain.
Go think about what you've done.
Absolutely not. I don't think.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Cool. I
Ground.
wonder what that was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, who's
Anyway, who's
next?
next?
So this gaze moved across the 3 people left. Finally, they stopped in Junpei.
Junpei, which door do you want?
Alas, Junpei's mind was already made up. I think I'm gonna go with door 8.
Okay, cool, go.
Yeah.
Alright, that means June's gotta go through 7.
What? Why?
That was me.
What?
What? Why?
Santa grimaced and, muttered angrily to himself and finally began to explain.
If the 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind, there's only 3 ways we can do it.
Plan A. Go through 7 with 3, 5, and 8. And go through 8 with 4, 6, and 7. Plan B. Go through 7 with 4, 5, and 7. And go through 8 with 3, 6, and 8.
So, I don't know if Turtle Soup, you understand the math on this, but 3 plus 6 plus 7 is 16, and 1 plus 6 is 7.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how
They
the
call
math
it a
is done
digital
here.
root, where you just keep adding numbers until you are left with a single digit.
Mhm.
They have to total their
You-
bracelets that way to go through the doors. Okay, go through plan C, go through 7 with 3, 6, and 7, and go through 8 with 4, 5, and 8.
And that's it. See, I can do math. Those are our only options. Never mind. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same door. You get it now?
Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up at the corners of her eyes.
Damn, this sucks.
Oh no. You're saying we aren't going to see each other again for a long time?
For a long time.
Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be at her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face.
I'm in 8th grade algebra. What the fuck is this Narnia bullshit? Can I tell? Can I admit something, Turtle Soup?
Yeah.
As a freshman in college, I failed 9th grade algebra. I got a D- in the class. I'm very, very bad at math.
But if he knew they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings.
I used to
We
screen share my
frequently had homework boys.
yeah, where I would just screen share my math homework, and it was like my dad sitting me down at the table in 3rd grade, going, "What's 3 times 7?" And Sorry, anyway.
Yeah.
In order for the 6 of them to move forward, he and June had to be separated.
You have a chili dog?
Yeah, I would love a chili dog.
Chili dogs.
2.
Okay.
Chili dogs!
Well, even if you're bad at math, this game literally has a calculator. It does it for you.
Yeah.
So, like, if I put in, 3, 4, and 5, see, that'll tell me what the digital root is. Hey, come on, you're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but
Well.
only for a while. It's just like we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah. Probably.
Probably.
It sounds very helpful. It was 7 that interjected. I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Why? What makes you think so?
If they don't connect, neither team could get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now. Damn sure the son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get to the 9 door. June said nothing.
Nothing.
Tears were gone, but her eyes were still sad as they looked at Junpei. He met them, and with what reassurances he could manage, laid his hand gently on her shoulder. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise. June bit her lip and gave him an almost imperceptible nod.
Yes.
Yes.
Promise?
Her voice was barely above a whisper. Santa's voice shattered the moment.
You guys are done, right?
Stretch continued.
That's pretty much it. I gotta go find Dixie. Clover and I will both go in separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can take 8. Any problem with that?
Clover
I
looked
don't give a
away, and she
shit.
was silent for a moment.
Whatever.
I don't give a shit.
It was more of a dismissal than an agreement, but Santa didn't seem to care.
Oh, alright. Oh, fuck. You guys make me tired. Let's move.
Santa's command, the group split and headed for their respective doors. Santa, 7, and June walked toward door 7, while Clover, Lotus, and Junpei headed for door 8. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. Then, Lotus laid her hand against her chest, turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Then shall we go?
The door had opened. A narrow hallway stretched out before them. And what was in that hallway?
Adachi!
Is it Dachi?
Oi, 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 oi.
Ooh. Oi, 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 oi,
Actually, it
oi,
would look better if he
Oi,
was
oi,
smaller and
oi.
like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's ominous. Back up you go.
Bro, why are you being noisy?
Lotus and Clover left at the door. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped.
Beep.
The detonators in the bracelet had been activated. They stepped forward to follow them. It looks
He
like a
looks like a
cursor?
Cursor.
When you
Get
do
a-
this-
Dachi cursor.
Adachi cursor. Gives you like 7
What?
viruses and calls you a bitch.
Dishes you
But
use?
as he was about to step over the
Yeah,
threshold, he stopped.
No, you don't. There's bowls and stuff in there that need to go in the dishwasher.
Okay.
He looked to his left, toward door 7. Jun stood there, mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked toward him. Their eyes met. He nodded. Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds. Someone took a hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
81 seconds left. Hurry.
Lotus snapped at him and ran to the dead. Junpei and Clover followed as fast as they could.
Doo-doo, doo-doo. Bam, 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 bam.
Phew. It stopped.
With shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm, aloof perhaps.
Pointless.
She muttered to herself without emotion and began to walk down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus. Lotus watched the girls receding back with a mixture of frustration and curiosity.
What an unpleasant girl.
What bitch?
I bet she's not popular with the boys. No, she's a lesbian. Look at her.
Her sarcasm
You think
seemed
she's
a little
striking?
more biting than was perhaps necessary, but she sighed and started after the younger girl. After taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed. The hallway made a number of turns before at last coming to a dead end. Yeah?
Sorry.
Into the wall on the left side was a large iron door. After a few minutes, they stood in front of the door, examining it. Above the door was a plate that read with the word "laboratory" engraved on it.
Did
A
Lotus accuse
laboratory,
Clover
huh?
for not being a thought?
That doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't like the look of this place.
Me either, but there aren't any other doors. Look like you have a lot of choices.
Oh. Junpei.
She's giving
Huh?
she's giving very
Clover
biting commentary.
took the Miko Tomatom while they all were looking.
Please, you first.
Junpei suspected
No,
her
I like
politeness
to
was
imagine-
motivated
I
by
like to
something
imagine
other than
Clover
respect.
took it. I like to imagine Clover took it and you could just hear from down the hallway. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stress reliever.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Just every once in a while you hear.
You hear. That's. I use it. This is like physical Adderall for me. This is a fidget
toy,
I'm just
yeah.
like,
Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. First inside were tentative and careful, but not as he as he examined the room, it became clear that there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear.
Wham.
Found themselves in the room they found themselves in was divided into two separate areas by a curved wall. A thick glass window built into the wall made it possible to see into the other side of the division. Junpei walked to the window and looked through. What the hell? He wasn't sure what else to say. In the center of the room, shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on the medical
Oh.
exam table.
Oh shit! It's Golem. Beep, 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 beep.
Can I rotate? Are you rotating in this paint?
You have to so right click, and then transform. There should be a rotate option.
Wow, I can only do it by 90 degrees.
So I know there's a way to do it, but you have to do it by number.
Ugh.
Hold on, let me try something. So if I take this image, transform. I think it's edit transform,
Yeah, I'm doing it.
and then rotation.
Doing it.
So you can type in whatever number.
This is very important.
No, it absolutely. Yeah, it's an absolute pain to rotate stuff in,
No.
too much. No. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to open that. God damn it.
There we go. A mannequin laying on the table. A mannequin laying on what looked like a medical exam table.
That looks so creepy.
It sure does.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Junpei jumped a little. Jump scare.
What?
You didn't notice what was coming.
Yeah.
The next one.
You don't think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something, do you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
Stop it.
What?
Just thinking about it is terrifying.
Just gripping her arms and knuckles on her hand white. Right, bits over. Ah! Oh no, I made him big! No,
Ah!
no. No. How do I shrink? Help.
I don't know.
No, I don't want to move that. I want to move Adachi.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay, I got him.
Okay, good. Is he safe?
Yes. Shrinking him back down. Yes. Make him small.
God damn it.
Go.
There we go.
It was then that Junpei noticed Clover. She was still standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn, somehow sad. There was almost something pitiful about her. Junpei walked over to her and as kindly as he could spoke. Are you okay? Junpei looked away. No, Clover looked away.
What are you talking about?
I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Well, I mean,
Wow.
of course you can. I'm just...
Wow, fuck you.
Okay, then if I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together. Clover bit her lip and was silent for a moment, and suddenly,
Junpei, you just don't get it!
her cry took Junpei by
What?
surprise and stumbled backward a few steps, alarmed.
My mother's not the kind of person who just leave me behind.
Uh-huh.
Something had happened to him. Something bad.
Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus, jolted from her mannequin nightmares with Clover's voice, turned toward them.
What happened?
Ah!
Clover's eyes slid to Lotus and back to Junpei.
Look, just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone.
Then as she turned around, before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover began to walk quickly away. Hey! Wait, Clover! Hold on! You might as well have been talking to Wall for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Not even slowing down, she passed through the doorway.
Oh no.
What's up?
The
Fire.
warning iron gate fell from the ceiling like a portcullis, sealing Clover in.
On r/place, I just watched the Rainbow Dash saluting over the Rainbow Pride flag just get fucking destroyed.
That's hilarious.
Also, I found Austin.
Austin!
Austin.
Yeah,
Bro!
sure.
Austin!
Well, that sucks. Anyway. Oh, what the heck? What's going on here?
It's me, Austin!
Clover grabbed a hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could. Hang on. I'll get it open. Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. In a moment, Otis joined him. Three of them pulled as hard as they could, but
Ugh.
There's an
Damn it,
there's
it's
an
not moving.
Alex Yick. Fucking.
Oh wait. Are you just gonna give up just like that?
no, I'm not giving up.
It,
This has got to
is
be
it
another one of
where
Zero's
he's-
puzzles.
Is it one where he's
Hey!
yicking out?
Hey! Someone made the Vegas Golden Knights logo! Woo! I don't watch hockey!
Where's the yick?
If it isn't, there's gotta
Oh,
be somewhere to
fucking
open
there
it.
he is. Fucking yicking out.
Junpei nodded.
Anyway.
That's what I was thinking. All we gotta do is find it. Listen, I can look around here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Ka-cha, ka-cha. Fine boom.
Seek a way out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
They're gonna destroy Ruby! They're gonna destroy Ruby!
Oh no.
No!
What's in the box?
Notes.
What's in the
Yeah.
fucking box?
Just letter text.
Fix it. There's a lot of stuff here.
I don't know how we use any of these.
Well, I can't say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these
Which
things.
one?
The one on top. I think it's a power cable.
Power cable,
Okay.
huh? I'll take that. 3-prong cable.
Wait a minute. Did the timer get shortened to 2.5 minutes?
No.
Cause I don't. I put a pixel down and the timer started at 2:30.
Ah.
I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it is all black.
Yeah, Quaints took 20 minutes.
Yep.
What the fuck? There's a pen lying over here. I think someone's probably used it to make the table black.
Well, if they only used a pen on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pen. Clover, do you think you can erase it?
Yeah, sure. Oh, this is a permanent marker. Junpei, do you know how to erase ink from permanent marker?
Erase ink from permanent marker, huh?
Alcohol.
Just give me a minute, Clover. I'll be right back.
I will also be right back. I'm gonna go get my chili dog.
Okay, then I'll just
Okay.
wait here.
Did you know that if you draw with permanent marker on a whiteboard, and then you go over that with a dry erase marker, the off? I thought that was interesting. Sorry. Bad fun facts with Dwayne. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. While we wait. I'm really trying.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Right. God. I'm trying to think of what... Miku, what do you think about the situation? There you go. Thanks, Miku. Thank you, Miku. Yeah, they're ruining the Brazil mural. Is it XQC again? I wouldn't be surprised if it was XQC again. At least they're destroying the Chicago Bears one. God. Yeah, way to fucking go, like ruining everyone's fun, jackass. I like the ducky. Ow. That one hurt. XQ Dio, exactly. Yeah, I don't... Oh shit, they're destroying Wizard 101!
Bro.
No! Yeah, they're currently destroying Wizard 101. Just so not to brag or anything, but I own Wizard 101 account Jeremy Albertson.
Bro.
I made it once because I thought it would be funny. Oh yeah, they're voiding George Not hilarious. That's fucking goodbye. Goodbye, liberal. Sorry. Yeah, they destroyed Wizard 101. I know. I know. I want to know what the... Yeah, it's probably fucking X. I wouldn't hold it against. Like, I wouldn't put it past this. Because they've done it so many fucking times. Yeah, where are they gonna hit next? They're gonna hit... Are they gonna go up and then to the right again, like they did with this? Or... Because they started here.
To the dance!
Thanks, welcome back.
Hi. Oh my god, they're not destroying Ruby or Baby Metal. Oh thank
No,
god.
but they're destroying Minecraft YouTubers, right? In One Piece. Not One Piece, Fairy Tail.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they're trying to put back what they destroyed right next to Baby Metal.
Okay, anyway, sorry. Okay, here. Clover, use this ethanol. Should be able to wipe off that permanent ink with it.
What am I gonna wipe it with?
Oh, well, your clothes, of course. Kidding. Please don't look at me like that, you're scaring me. Okay, I need another thing.
Oh yeah, they're killing SpongeBob.
No!
Oh, thank God! Nobody's touched the Greek Giga Chad.
Dude, people are trying
Across
so
the
hard
table.
not to let SpongeBob get destroyed.
Oh, they didn't touch the Xenoblade one.
You know what? I'm joining. I don't want SpongeBob to be destroyed.
Alright, okay.
People are fighting for SpongeBob.
Fuck yeah. People fought for Baby Metal. Like, Baby
Oh.
Metal, like,
Damn it, they're fixing the Chicago Bears.
damn it. Like, Baby Metal got, like, half destroyed. I left to go get a chili dog. I come back, it's fixed. Like, completely. Also, Ruby was not touched.
Yeah.
Oh no! They're trying so hard not to let SpongeBob get destroyed!
No!
Oh, they're trying so hard!
They're gonna destroy the Persona 5 one.
No!
Good.
No, Donkey Kong!
Oh shit. Yeah, they're destroying Donkey Kong.
Oh no, Donkey Kong's coming back.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. Oh, SpongeBob. Oh no.
Oh, it continues.
Why
to
do people just want to, like, destroy?
ruin people's fun
Yeah.
because they think it's funny? I don't know.
It's not.
It's all
Okay,
getting
okay.
avoided
The black
again.
is going around Donkey Kong.
Okay.
They can't destroy him.
I wonder if they're trying to draw something specific. Across this
Oh.
whole thing. They're gonna destroy a shit ton of it. Yeah, there goes Rocket
Oh. Yeah, it looks like they're doing something specific.
League. Yeah, this is coordinated.
SpongeBob. I'm gonna protect SpongeBob.
It's gonna be some kind of fucking like NFT thing.
I don't want
Grocery
SpongeBob
Farm.
destroyed. SpongeBob needs to be protected.
God. You think they're gonna try and touch one of the one?
They better not.
They'd get fucking demolished. Bop, bop.
Something went wrong.
What? Yeah, Rocket League's already demolished.
Why can't I place my tile?
What's the other power cable?
It doesn't want me to.
I think it's time to give up SpongeBob.
No, SpongeBob's fighting.
I hate to be that person, but I'm changing r/rust to r/bus. There we
Oh,
go.
fine. Okay. If they touch Ruby, they better not.
Yeah, changing r/rust to r/bust is hilarious. But
All the shit they're destroying. Why do people just want to see everything burn?
Damien walked in and saw that and he got so mad.
What, the Minecraft YouTubers?
No. He was just like, it's not because I'm a fan of this. But I'm so angry because these people worked so hard on these things.
Yeah,
And now they're just getting destroyed.
yeah.
It really does look like it's purposeful, like where they're placing things.
If it's a stupid NFT thing, I'm going to eat. Chili dog.
What the fuck? Where's the...
Yeah, this feels tragic.
Where the fuck's the other power cable?
I don't know. And also XQC is like, it's just pixels, even though I'm getting mad at video games. I fucking hate XQC. Like the shit he does just makes me upset.
Hey guys,
What?
let's take our massive audience and go raid our place.
Yeah, great idea. Yeah, great fucking idea.
How many of us are there? That's like 7 pixels.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm missing. Oh, fuck off.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, this is
There
what I
it
do
is.
not like about this.
Yeah.
About this game's puzzle rooms, because you have to examine things in very specific orders, or else you won't be able to get stuff.
hmm
Like, I had to examine the monitor and try to put the cable in before it would let me get this.
God.
Yeah.
A lot of... NG did that in, like, Urashima Woman, and it took me, like, 10 hours to be like, oh, I'm supposed to, like, examine the boat instead of get in. Even though the game told me to get in the boat.
Right, and items. Wait, oh, right, I have to go to the door and, like, let her give it to me.
God.
Alright. Put them together. Like, I swear to God, I know how to play this game. It's like,
I know this video game, I swear.
like, maybe I shouldn't have to examine this for it to give me the other thing.
Yeah.
It's not connected
Yeah, I
to
don't
the
like
main
that either.
computer. Junpei doesn't understand the concept of a wireless monitor.
Yeah, I don't like that XQC is just like, oh, no one will defend the small community, who cares?
Junpei pushed the button on the front of the monitor. A soft hum it turned on.
Ooh.
Hello.
Streams of letters.
Hi.
Streams of letters that made no sense to
Hello.
Junpei began to scroll across the screen. He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this. Huh? It's actually working?
So it would seem.
Isn't that kind of weird?
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main
What?
computer, right? It's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in. Junpei confounded by wireless technology.
My guy, have you never heard of wireless?
What?
My brother in Christ, that is Wi-Fi.
So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
Clearly, this is a reasonable explanation to Lotus. Wire... By the way, this game's supposed to take place in 2028.
Cool. No,
Hey, man who
Junpei's
lives
just
under a rock. Never heard of wireless
Yeah,
display in the year of
fucking-
our Lord
fucking-
2028.
fucking like pee-pee poo-poo dummy.
A wireless display?
Yes, it connects your computer wirelessly. Have you been living in a cave?
Apparently. You most certainly had not, but is that normal?
Yes. No, just yes.
Yeah, dumbass.
As they spoke, the lines of letters suddenly stopped and disappeared. The only thing left on the screen was the word pass, followed by a colon.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Again? There must be a hint
Password
around here
is-
somewhere.
The password is not password, Junpei. Come on. But what other password could
Would you
there
go
be?
take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What are you gonna do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
On your own?
Uh-huh.
Yep, on my own.
Well, just
Leave me
pulled
the
over the
fuck
nearest chair and
alone.
dropped herself down onto it in front of the keyboard. For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back left and then right.
Cool.
Alright, let's kick
Cool.
some ass.
Cool CG video game.
Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation.
Alright, SpongeBob is being fixed.
Oh, cool.
Then, before Junpei had time to blink, she began typing at an incredible speed, the click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire. What? Junpei was, for once, at a loss for words.
For fucking once. Finally. He shut up.
Didn't expect that, did you?
Of course I didn't. What kind of chomp do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
Why?
Quit.
Lotus blinked.
Don't
Huh?
fucking worry about it.
Oh, they're putting Rainbow Dash back. They're rebuilding. Oh, it was just something.
Stop
Stuff.
typing for a moment. Interface fell. It was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued. Junpei realized and quickly shut his mouth. His fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds she was back up to speed. She typed more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen. What are you doing now?
I'm gonna try and brute force it.
What?
A brute force attack is. Well, the short version is I just attack the thing. Head on, the long version.
Without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain. A brute force attack
You
is
have
one of the simplest ways to break a cipher, she told him. Yeah, and it's also one of the, most, infuriating and long, inefficient ways.
Don't worry about
It's
it.
literally just trying
Fine.
every single combination until something works.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about
It
it.
checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. Millions of years
Yeah.
for the most
Possibly.
complex. The thought of doing something like that made Junpei feel tired, but Lotus explained that she was running a program that would just run an attack on its own.
Uh-huh.
It's not the most elegant solution, certainly. But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little odd.
Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
What are you eating?
What
Why'd you
were
put
we
the...
talking about?
I'm eating a chili dog.
Where'd you get a chili dog?
Don't fucking worry about what my methods.
My boobs aren't real. They're just pockets full of chili dog.
My methods, Junpei. My methods. The wireless display.
Oh,
It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it?
Critical made a video about our place and
Yeah.
the Your Turn to Die, like Sarah Chido, and
Yeah, it's in the thumbnail.
yeah, she's right there. Anyway,
If you don't initiate this route, you don't get this conversation, by the way.
cool.
Or at least this part of it.
Yeah.
How do I put it? Let's say you write a program that calculates an additional problem for you. Alright. So you enter 1 plus 1. The screen will show you 2.
It will?
See, isn't that strange?
No, not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it's strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 plus 1?
The computer, right? You said it's connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they decided that, they'll start examining the monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see, the color changes when I press it here. And then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. I see, so this wire supplies power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes, just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations. But the truth is, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that. God, I love Zero Escape and its weird fucking tangents.
Yeah. Let's talk
Because they
about the
haven't-
crystallization. I can never remember. Is it glycerin?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I always think it's glucose for some fucking
Yeah, no, let's talk about temporal ass pain.
temporal ass pain.
Or TAP.
Ass.
Because they have no idea the monitor. Let's talk about snails.
Life truly is unfair, don't you think?
The monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
As Clover is still trapped on that other side.
Yeah.
Like, can you stop talking? Get me out of here. No, sure. I'm really interested in this now.
This is I'm really intrigued. Sorry.
Lotus. Lotus continues to type. Junpei scratched his head. So,
Oh no!
what are you trying to say?
No, not the Valhalla pieces.
Man.
No. Fucking dumbass. That man needs to be like institutionalized.
Hate XQC. Nothing.
I'm glad I didn't buy the G Fuel flavor.
Now you're not gonna buy it on principle.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, of course.
No way. Absolutely
You don't care
not.
how good it is?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck how good that is. On principle, because of what he's done here, I'm not buying the XQC G Fuel.
I wouldn't do it for a lot of reasons.
But listen,
Okay.
I have problems, and you know that.
You bought the PewDiePie and several different phase flavors. But XQC is too
No,
far.
I didn't buy the big tubs of them.
Oh, the big tubs.
I got them in a sample pack.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I just thought maybe. What if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that? Oh god. No. Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say,
This chat is getting a ban wave.
interesting. So, stimulating this part of the brain causes this person to see colors. That must mean the neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut
Like,
out this part.
You hear like talking about like brain functions and just in the other room.
Yeah.
No, guys, I'm trying to learn a song. So she's
We're not listening to you.
okay. And
Just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes the function to cease. Therefore, the human thought process must occur in the human brain. You get it?
no.
It's just like this monitor. Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. What? Maybe our thought
don't get-
process
I don't
actually
get
occurs somewhere else in the main body. That makes no sense.
it.
We just don't know it. That makes no sense, man.
How does it not make sense?
Because your brain does it.
No, Sprunk doesn't get
You
it.
don't know that.
Yeah, I do. I said so.
I don't
Because
think
you
Sprunk
said so?
gets it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is how I avoid existentialism, okay?
Uh-huh.
This is how I avoid falling into an existential panic. No. It's not real. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
Junpei didn't
No.
say anything.
Not real. Because I said so.
Not so much because he had no retorts. No, her argument seemed silly. He was a little surprised to be hearing something like it from someone like her. The brain is just
they
an output
shouldn't
device?
put anything near the void because they're dropping ban hammers. Whoa.
Human thought actually occurs somewhere else. Did Lotus really think that, he wondered? It was a little
Guys,
creepy,
I learned-
Junpei thought.
Guys, I learned to join.
It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre cultish religion.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia.
Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus continued.
Uh-huh.
If memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
No, the SATA port, disconnected.
Yeah,
You can't access the hard drives.
No, it's kind of like, it's what happened to Gonta. He just mixed up the red and blue wires. I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindness, too. Perhaps they can actually speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering. Prosopagnosia could be suffering. I can't
They're
say
talking about
it.
you, Shroom.
They're
Yeah,
talking about me!
Wait a minute. What?
Me.
You know what aphasia was
Shroom.
from watching medical dramas on TV, and Blindside was easy enough to guess, but you never heard of prosopagnosia before.
What?
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
Loda spun
It's
around in a
great.
chair to look at him. Gunpei just shrugged and shook his head. Oh. What is it?
Put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually, they make do by associating people with other things.
They
Their
make do by
voices.
associating people with ass.
Their voice, their clothes, their hair.
Actually,
Does that mean other people's faces look like, blanks?
No, I don't think so. You've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? Well, that's
yeah,
what I did.
Shroom. This is literally your. This is your your explanation of what that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I literally said, oh, this game literally says that.
Literally brings that up. Prosopagnosia app.
Verbatim.
Yeah. Anyway. To you and me, all monkey faces look the same. Even though they're obviously got faces.
Monkey.
It's almost impossible for humans to distinguish them. The zoo staff that works with them will learn to identify different monkeys. Eventually, but you or I couldn't. Unless one had a scar or something else to set it. That's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia, huh? Didn't even know that kind of thing existed. Gunpei did his best
We
to act. Well, yeah.
Shroom is living it.
Act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head.
Well, okay, like,
No, you're living it.
it's not complete prosopagnosia. Like, I can definitely,
It's just that you
No.
can't tell people by their faces. You have to look for other pictures.
no! Like, I can tell faces apart. It's just, like, not every... I definitely have groups of faces that are like, no, this is the same face.
Oh, so you're racist.
No! No! Not...
Great conversation. And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for half of it.
What about the other half?
Well,
I
I guess I was just adulting. Oh god. He's a
I've
millennial.
Not funny.
I've been locked out of our place for 138,450.
What?
I added a purple square to Germa's face to make an Among, and I got banned for 138,000.
Okay, I guess no one can post on there anymore.
I
Let's just
What did I
mod something
do?
rather masochistic to it.
Wow, I wish I had 20 minutes. Oh, never mind. It's telling me I can place a tile again.
Oh.
Here, I'll
It's
do my
nothing more than
favorite.
a story I made about a boredom. Don't take
Oh,
it
never
seriously.
mind. There it is. 138,000 hours. What did I fucking do? No Among Us
probably
for
just-
me.
You probably got swept up in it.
But
Thanks, XQC. Next, XQC. Now no one can have fun.
now no one can have fun.
Now everyone gets banned.
Fucking stupid.
Oh, I wonder if I did then, because I was actively trying to fight parts of it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to add purple to Germa to add an Among Us.
Where's the Kamada?
Alright, anyways,
They killed
Lotus.
him.
It was
Hey,
just the
Shrew.
first thing that came to mind, and I was talking about it to kill time. But it looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
Oh, this was boring.
I don't have to kill time any longer.
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high. Brought it down on the enter key. The program took only seconds to analyze the system. Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back if it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared and was replaced with 9 squares arranged in a 3x3.
Oh, bro, we're
What the
playing
hell is
Sudoku.
that?
No idea. Oh, Gay Rainbow Dash is back.
Good.
I'm gonna help. No idea. It looks like a puzzle.
Suddenly, Lotus stood up. Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
I can't do any more.
I'm bored.
It won't let me do any more programming. See the keyboard. Nothing. So there's nothing more I can do.
Okay. And?
Well, I guess I'll just have to leave this to you then.
What?
Junpei. Let me take a break, alright? I did my part.
He wasn't sure what to say. He certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have completely run aground.
Uh-huh.
I shouldn't rely so much on other people, Junpei thought to himself. From here on out, he told himself, he would rely on no one else. He crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen.
Beep, beep. Oh. Thank you.
Ah,
Alright. Solved it.
did you hear a noise just now?
Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking.
Where did it come from? Where did it go?
I don't know.
Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Look, Junpei! The lights on the locker are green.
We must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. There's more than one key in here.
This one is small, and it looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol on it.
I think the Earth symbol matches a keyhole and door in the A deck.
Well, if that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now.
Alright, then Earth key. Just tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now, as for the other key... Oh,
God.
why is this...
Ah. It says .com.
Nice.
Oh, because I have it in 4 times native, that's why it looks so, like, high quality. Oh, yeah. No, I'll leave it on 2 times native, 'cause that looks good.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Let's compare. Right, 1 times? So this is native.
Oh my god. Yep.
2 times native.
Whoa.
Wow.
It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Junpei, do you have a minute?
He
Can
put
you
the puzzle
give me-
aside for the moment and walked over toward Clover. What's up?
Can you get me the fuck out of here, please?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you something. Junpei, you went into door 5 at my brother, right?
My brother.
Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Why is she asking this, Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course she would have been worried about him. Got back to when he had gone through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something, that would help her. However... Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and turned to walk away. Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
What?
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, the snake, I mean, was he born?
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, I was talking about the gay thing. Yes, I'm talking about his eyes.
He wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that. And his arm...
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is... it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm. The accident hurt him real bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm. Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover.
My brother.
Junpei nodded. Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
Whatever.
Sorry to hear that.
Right, I got it.
Sorry to hear that, Clover.
This key. The shape sure makes it seem like a ghostless machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Okay, the monitor's on now. And it's full of letters.
Kind of letters. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of an abnormal subject behavior. Okay.
And?
There's something sticking out of the mannequin's head, like wires or
What are
something.
they doing here?
Oh, okay.
Continue.
Oh, Junpei, this thing in here is on now.
Yeah, that's because we activated the power on this side. Could you, like, play with it a little?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Duolingo's been doing
Oh.
this to people recently.
No fucking way.
No, it's real.
I just realized I don't think I did Wordle. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, do Wordle. You've only got a little bit.
I didn't do it.
Oops.
Way to go, super shit.
No.
She missed something. Max voltage? Aw, shit.
Shit. Oh no. Oh. Oh, I fucking love it. Oh my god.
What it could be?
Fire detected.
Fire detected. Emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately.
Grim.
Oh, Junpei, look at the light.
Yes, it's green. Emergency system is activated and disable the lock. Now we can save Clover.
Junpei!
Come on, kid, jump! And the smoke is some serious business. Time to close the store again, I think. Clover! Are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk.
Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead.
Sorry, I was going as fast as I could.
You two can do this later, right now we need to get the hell out of here.
It's on fire! Stop fucking talking!
That fire's not gonna stay in that room forever.
Okay, hold on. I need to, That's not a word either. That's not a word. That's not a word. Ugh.
Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the laboratory, slamming the door shut behind them. All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest as his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air. With each one, he could feel his body begin to calm down. Alright, let's go.
Bitch!
Ah,
They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Before long, they found a few near doors, but all of them were locked. Soon, they had tried all the doors but one. The final door had sat in a corner of the hallway. He grabbed the door handle and was about to pull it open when a voice cried out behind him. It was neither Clover nor Lotus, but he recognized it. There was no doubt the voice belonged to...
Why? June.
haha.
Nothing.
Stop being fucking distracted
He
then.
spun around. There, at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw a human...
Try to do Wordle!
Ooh, Wordle
Oh,
later.
yeah.
I don't have time.
You have...
50 minutes.
There are
No,
the
I
other...
have
No talent.
less than 2 hours.
There at the other end of the hall, Junpei saw human figures running toward him. 3 of them. June, Santa, and Seven. He stopped short in front of Junpei and his companions, gasping for air.
Have you guys found Snake yet? No. And I don't give a shit. Hey. Fucking. What are you guys doing here?
What? But we didn't... Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Guys, could you come over here?
He was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she found. There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway. A map of the ship's interior.
A map?
It said C deck in the upper left corner. Most likely they assumed it was a map for the floor they were on. There were 7 and there were 8. That confirmed what they already knew.
Uh-huh.
Both doors eventually led to the hallway they had found themselves. In fact... Yeah, is that what I said? Till we find that 9 door, 0 ain't gonna split us up. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we can't open door 9. That's how the nonary game works. Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again. As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness. One by one, the others saw what he'd seen. As one, they all moved back toward the door Junpei had only a moment ago been ready to open. He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall and put it into his pocket, and followed the others.
Uh-huh.
The 6 of them stopped in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward.
Hi.
Took hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
They nodded their silent assent. The deep breath
Oh,
Santa
got
threw
it.
open the door.
I totally read that as they quieted their asses. Yeah, I read it as they nodded their silent asses.
without looking around.
Got
Each one of them
Oh, way to go.
knew where they were. They were just where the map had said they would be. The same room they had been in not so very long ago. Tremendous hospital room with empty beds from wall to wall.
well, I'm in here. I'm sleepy.
Oh,
Tired. I see. I believe I understand what you're saying.
Oh, and I put today's hurdle. Sweet.
The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. Solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
Looked like anyone might after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was
got it.
working as well as ever.
Good
He managed to
morning.
graph, summarize, and understand each team's report.
All right.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly. I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I'm sure you'll be back for me. I did hope you would come back, but I confess I didn't think you'd be back so soon.
He shook his head with a
Everything
rueful smile. Well, we saw each other again. We ain't dead, so I'd say it's good enough. Kevin smiled. Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need. The key? Is that what it just said? Talk about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Here. Seven tossed something small and metallic toward Junpei. He got it and found that the object was a key. On it, someone engraved a symbol very like a 4. He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol. I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright? Yeah, got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, I've got something for you too then. Here. Ooh.
I love that! I love this planetarium item!
It's the Saturn card key. Card key, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
We found it in the
Card
kitchen.
key card. Either way works.
I might lose it. It's better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
And with that, she pressed into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored. As a group, they now had 3 keys that had not been used. Earth, which had been found in the laboratory.
Terra's pretty okay too.
Jupiter, which Seven had just handed to Junpei. And Saturn, which Lotus had also handed to Junpei. Junpei took the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. The map's right that it connects to the central staircase. The next to the stairs.
Oh, wait.
They were the
No.
first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. The face suggests they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
Look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. It just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point in seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
And me, Alexander.
And me! Why you? Don't worry about it!
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at Seven as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. Seven looked everywhere in the room except at Clover and muttered and coughed
Except for
apologies under his
Santa, 'cause
breath.
it's very, very gay.
Except for Seth.
For one man.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3. Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice, long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So, 7, you'll help me, right?
Huh? Me? He did the calculations quickly in his head. Yep. It equals 3 total.
Wow.
It looked like 7 was... It's like 7 was doing them too. Last he gave up. Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm not going with you?
Yes, you are!
Alright, let's get moving.
I miss Snake.
So it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3. Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
Whoa, didn't think I'd be hearing that from you.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the three of you bought it.
Yeah.
The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
The rumor come out.
Seven nodded as if this answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the red.
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Door opened and Ace and Clover and Seven jumped through it. 6, 7, 8.
7.
For exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
All right, we should get moving too.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going? To find
Everyone
Snake,
except
right?
Lotus seemed rather confused.
Right?
Well, it'd be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it?
Right? Nobody gives a shit anymore.
No, I don't. Let me explain.
Okay. And
I get it.
I don't get it.
We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key. Yes.
learn to read.
If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
They were at the end of the hallway lined with the individual hospital rooms. The Jupiter symbol was engraved on the keyhole.
Alright, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it. Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid into the keyhole. Science was painted ass pain. He
Temporal
twisted.
ass pain.
With a nice sharp
Ow,
click,
my
he pulled the door
ass.
unlock. Alright, ready guys? Junpei's companion nodded. He nodded back and slowly and quietly opened the door. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like the ballroom with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. Sure this is a good idea?
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? It's fucking pointless. I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Of course there's a
course.
reason. Man, sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
This. Junpei pulled two things out of his
This.
pockets.
This!
The
You
Saturn
put
card.
a dachi there? You put a dachi there?
Oh.
He pulled out this.
What the fuck is that?
Where the fuck did you get that?
I don't know, he's
I don't know,
funny.
I found him. I thought he was a little guy. Oh, I just looked at it on the street. So fucking funny.
Yeah, an Earth key. Santa cocked his head from one side like an inquisitive bird and looked at them. After several long moments during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant, June took pity on
June
him.
took pity on him.
Don't you remember, Santa?
No.
On C deck where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember?
No.
And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it. I think. So, the two keys that Jumpy has...
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck.
No, this
Huh.
doesn't look right, and that's right.
Who does?
Her nose doesn't look right, and that's right.
No. No, it doesn't. I think it goes a little too far down.
I think it goes... Oh, yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yes. That's right.
That's exactly right, Peach.
June smiled, pleased with herself. So did Santa.
Alright, I got it. get started then. I need something to distract.
I'm gonna like take a like clip of that. And, like,
Distract you from what?
Forget I said anything.
Distract
Shut
you from what?
Shut the fuck up! What do you say we split into 2 teams? 6 guys. Juno split into 6 guys. Lotus and I'll search the Earth one.
sounds good. Junpei handed the Earth key to Sansa.
Actually, I'm Santa.
They decided that their initial search should be brief, only 10 minutes. They meet back near the staircase once they were done. Junpei and June headed for the elevators.
Yes!
Sure enough, there was a card reader bolted to the wall next to the door to the left.
Yes!
They lined up the Saturn key card and swiped it to the reader.
Bro!
A light on the upper left corner blinked to life. Great. Looks like it's working now.
All right. Now how do I call the elevator?
There was a single button to the right of the elevator door. On the button was an upside-down triangle, the universal symbol for down. There didn't appear to be an up button. If they pushed it, we didn't have much of a choice.
Oh, I thought of the joke too late. No, it would be funny.
It opened. Look, Jumpy.
June's voice was excited, but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety. Wait, it opened. Let's get going. He grinned at June and stepped toward the open door. He was about to set foot in it. He felt a hand on his arm.
Wait.
What?
I'm not really. I just. Oh gosh.
Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of?
Oh my god.
Do I do it?
Yes! Yes!
After a little thought, June decided that she had to be nervous about being locked in such a small space alone with a boy. In a way, it was kinda cute. Very demure, you could say, he thought. Even though it wasn't exactly room in the elevator, they weren't going to be pressed up against one another.
He wondered if this is how Santa felt.
They didn't have to be.
Mm,
Still, it was making her nervous. Junpei couldn't help but
Ew.
think how innocent she was. Come on, let's go. Again, he stepped toward the elevator. Again,
No, but-
he felt himself restrained.
I said, wait a minute.
Why?
Aren't you afraid, Jumpy?
Afraid of what?
Well, I've never. You know.
You've never been in an elevator with a man alone before? Even so, she still seemed awfully alarmed.
Ah.
Get wet.
What?
Down there, I'd get soaking wet.
Of course you would. That's the way it works.
Oh my
I've never heard of anyone getting soaking wet somewhere else.
That's true. You don't mind
Mind what?
getting wet.
Well, I don't know.
No.
You know.
No. We are.
Yes.
We are
Jumpy,
children.
you're so brave.
We are children.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, this is intentional.
Yeah. Sopping. Jeez, fuck.
No, you might get a little damp.
Really? Yeah, I kind of
Perhaps
think
once.
any guy would do the same thing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
what a man's supposed to do, I guess.
Uh-huh. You're so cool.
Jumpy, I really admire you.
That doesn't really seem like the sort of thing you'd admire someone for.
I'm really scared.
Never done it before.
Yes. So I don't think I'll be able to last very long and then it'll be over.
Over?
Yes. I'll go to heaven.
Heaven?
Feels like you're floating in space and your mind gets all fuzzy. Like when you pass out. At least, that's what I've heard from people who have experienced it.
Yes, I've heard that too.
He's talking about drowning.
I don't think the same thing
Meanwhile-
happens to guys.
They don't drown.
No, apparently not.
that was a sprunk. That was a sprunk. What?
It would happen to men too, wouldn't it?
They'll
It would happen to anyone. Once it gets into your body, the same thing happens to everyone.
Hey, oh.
Hey.
Hey,
Well,
Right,
usually
Santa?
does it go inside the man, or does it?
They can tell
elevator
you other.
scene
I mean, that's
right now.
Santa
Yes,
would
it
tell
does.
you otherwise.
Santa would tell you absolutely otherwise.
No, I
Yes,
like
it
I like how Junpei's like, it doesn't normally go inside the man. Juice is immediately like, yes, it does. It's like,
Yes, it does.
oh,
Yes, it
his
does.
worldview was from then expanded.
Well, eventually it will. It's not like you really choice.
That's really funny in that context.
Your body will force you to swallow some of it eventually.
Right, Santa?
What are you trying to do to me?
Nothing. I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm just saying that that's what happens. It's just a psychological reaction to what you're experiencing.
Was that really how it happened? Occurred to June
Yeah.
that was how it worked. That's he been mistaken all these years. Yeah, like I said, his worldview expanded.
Yeah.
He had misunderstood life so gravely? The thought terrified him. June seemed to be entirely oblivious to Junpei's mounting confusion and terror.
Terror.
I can't be gay.
Gay people
I
are
know
real.
most men probably have larger lungs, but even then, I don't think you could hold your breath for 20 or even 10 minutes. Eventually, you'd have to breathe, and then the water would get into your lungs. Once that happens, your body won't be able to get oxygen anymore. And you'll start feeling that floaty thing as you pass out.
Finally, Junpei understood. He understood what June was trying to say and why she was so scared. Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't last very long.
See?
He was afraid
What were
that
you talking
she was afraid that the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B deck. All of which meant the elevator could only convey them down to the lower decks. The floor below the one they were on, D deck, should be completely submerged. That meant... Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes?
So take a look inside. Junpei jerks his head toward the interior of the elevator.
Interior crocodile alligator.
I drive a Chevrolet
Have a
movie
Chevrolet
theater.
movie theater.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and the floor are totally dry.
The elevator doesn't just stay open. Oh, you're right, they are.
Yes, but even if it was submerged, the water would still leak in through the elevator. Like,
Oh.
the elevator doors aren't airtight. You know, they're not watertight. He looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed. Well, let's test it.
Test it.
Yeah, watch this. Junpei put one foot in the elevator and bent around the corner of the door until he could see the floor buttons. There were only two, E and C. He pushed the E button, jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut and heard the grind of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
So what were you talking about with Santa earlier? Oh, nothing.
Nothing. A few moments later, they
Don't
heard
worry
the
about it.
sound of the elevator door grinding open several floors below. Junpei nodded to June and pressed the elevator button again. A few minutes later, the elevator returned. door slid open, and just as Junpei had expected, there was no water to be found. See? Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can the E deck be safe if D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The
You
elevator
think?
shaft and E deck must be watertight. Separated from wherever the shit's been punctured. Here, let me show you. He pulled out his notebook and pen and sketched out a rough illustration.
I see.
Oh, this is the shittiest drawing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what the
What is that?
fuck?
What is that supposed to be? That's not the letter C, that's the letter I.
No, that's the ship.
Huh?
No, it's the word C. And then
Oh.
it's like a... Never mind, I'm ADHDing off the shits again. The Miko
Is that why the
automaton
ship
is...
hasn't sunk?
The Miko automaton is beaming ADHD into my brain.
The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket. So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, alright?
But
Come on, just do it, alright?
It's like two balls in a bong!
Gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze and then hopped into the elevator. He pushed the E button and the door began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she were trying to make a decision, but suddenly...
I'm coming with you!
The last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gaps between the closing doors. He jammed his finger against the open button, but it was too late. The door had shut. He and June were in the elevator and it was headed down to E deck.
Our place is pretty much recovered from the XQCing.
Ugh.
He was so surprised by June that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on E deck. The elevator stopped and the door slid open. They stepped off toward the floor outside the elevator. Nothing seemed especially unusual. No fish going about their fishy business, or jellyfish floating lazily
Fish.
through the water. There was, however, a
Fishy
blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out and her mouth a tiny, intense frown.
Mm.
Oh, knock it off. Just like I thought, this part has been flooded. Come on, just look around, there's no water here. June looked around very nervously, then
Ha!
exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's going to happen if the ceiling breaks?
Junpei thought about that for a moment. Well, we'd probably get really wet up there.
Huh?
What?
Anyway, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking
Anyway.
around down here. Lois and Santa might already be back.
Okay. Good idea.
Let me glance around the room they found themselves in. First thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. And he also heard something very peculiar. That's your cue.
What?
That's your cue.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
What the fuck is
Okay.
that?
What's what?
Oh.
I love it when you make it fucked up like that.
They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one. Well, we can't go over there.
Right?
Then perhaps
Ah!
it's like a creature down here. The creature that lives in the, like, ship basement. In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening. He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner.
6.
A long, straight hallway stretched out in front of him.
door at the end of the hallway. There's something written on it.
Yeah, let's go have a look. Junpei and June
Have a
set off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a
Have a
jog
look.
and a run. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. And it was a number written in bright red paint. 6. I know it.
6.
This is a numbered door.
Indeed, there was a red bolted onto the wall next to the door. Of
Red.
course, with only 2 people, there wasn't much they could do with it. Alright, let's head back.
Yes.
Junpei and June turned and headed back to the sea deck. On the way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall.
A map.
It turned out it was a burnt map of the ship's interior for E-Deck. Huh. So you guys found door 1. They met back up with Santa and Lotus, who explained what they had found. Apparently there was another numbered door on A-Deck, just like the one on E-Deck, beyond the door that the Earth Key had opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door. All told, they discovered 2 new doors, the 6 and the 1 doors.
It is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus is
What?
quiet for a moment, lost in thought. Well, we don't know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
Said the 6 door was there, right?
Yes.
That means Zero planned all this out, even the thinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
Pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Speaking of blowing, can we find Snake now? Sorry. Stop fucking talking.
Anyway, Lotus, yeah.
Let's just ignore him. Maybe he'll stop.
I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Yeah, that does go along with what Ace was saying.
Well, so recent explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
That made them go all quiet for a moment. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself and said it cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance.
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
June looked at Junpei with large pleading eyes. Yeah, you're right. Aisen's team might be back already.
Well, Junpei, and I should be able to do door number 1.
Huh? What? You guys leaving me behind?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
math. Just kidding.
Haha!
Alright, let's go.
Lotus's words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went. The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room. Hey, where the hell did you guys go?
Hi.
It's 7.
Hi,
They
7.
left.
Ace was right behind him, and Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back. It looked as though there was something strange about them, having the look of a man who'd seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked almost as though she were only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one else did. He looked at 7. What happened? What the hell kind of question is that? 7 was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him hard. His shoulders were trembling, his voice was strained. Snake was sick as... 7 couldn't finish. He
No.
just looked away, his face twisted by... Junpei wasn't sure what.
Oh no.
Instead, Ace spoke. Took a deep
Spider
breath,
blood.
closed his eyes, and spoke.
Snake is what? Snake is... What? Wait, what's going on? Saddle. Saddle. Snake is man.
No!
Wicked.
You would never!
No! No!
That's a face worse. That's a fate worse than death.
Saddled man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my nickname to server man.
Saddled man.
Saddled man.
Is
yeah.
that what you are?
I think.
Alright.
Snake is dead. He died
No!
just as the ninth man.
What?
What?
It was as if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. He felt his heartbeat
There
quicken,
you go.
and
Settled
he
man.
realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beating on his forehead and neck.
Nut
Nut!
on his nut?
No, I think I was trying to read neck first.
Nut!
But you read nut! And you said it like that.
I'm sorry.
I think I was almost about to say Norhead and stopped myself.
Nor.
You stopped and said nut.
Nut.
June and Santa and Lotus looked the way he felt. All three were frozen in place, their faces white.
Oh my god. That's not true, is it?
You're lying.
We should make sure.
Yeah, right, we should. They nodded to one another and headed to the number 3 door. Wait, not that way. Stopped short and turned to look at 7. He pointed at the door with no number. I stuck a screwdriver there to keep the door from closing all the way. It's not locked, so you can go that way. Where is he? Shower room
Oh, no.
on the left side of the hallway.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
Am I
hello?
the one that's broken?
Hello,
Or-
hi.
You're here?
Oh no, he can't hear us.
Hello?
He can't hear us.
Oh no, he can't hear us.
Hi. Okay.
Hello?
Hi?
I'm here now. I'm
Can you-
here now.
Can you hear?
Okay.
Yes, I'm back.
Your ears are taken away from you.
Yeah, I lost him in a fit of rage.
I put a broom in there to keep the door open.
I have become Rob. We can't get in without going. We can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right. Their new destination cleared, Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number.
How you holding up, buddy? Fine. Fine.
Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the middle door on the left wall. It might have been open when they had been through. But now, just as 7 had said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open. Looked at it for a moment, and stepped aside. Stepped inside.
Ugh, it smells horrible.
Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust, and Santa
Blech.
pressed his nose shut.
Yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
It was just as bad as they said, perhaps worse. The smell filled the air so thick they could almost taste it. It was sour and smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat.
Oh.
It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat to pound against the entrance of his stomach. He put his hand in his mouth to struggle to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged. They didn't have to wonder where the body was. There was blood everywhere, a few arms of the splatter reaching toward them as they walked them through the door. All one had to do was follow the many radial arms to their source. The body itself was hidden behind the divider. June, you should stay here.
Eh,
Please, just do me a favor, okay? Alright? He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put his hand on her shoulder as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole. Just
Okay.
like a cartoon, like
Just
puts his hand on her head and just like shoves her into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And so Tentpole turned and walked toward the end of the divider. Felt like it took an eternity for him to get there. Stanton and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Eventually they reached the divider. They looked at one another and nodded slowly. He put his hand on the divider and peered around the corner. For a moment he forgot to breathe. Felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and time froze. He knew in that instant that he would take the image before him to the grave. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. Vast ragged hole that had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out like fresh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall, and they become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs, as gravity pulled them down from the wall,
Slugs!
even as they
Slugs.
dried to it.
Just like Ace said.
Santa's voice was strange. Junpei suspected as he was holding down some vomit of his own.
Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator on his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painful white bone of his
His left
ulna.
one?
Oh, it's a real arm, huh?
Okay, shh.
His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces. Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce.
Ugh.
His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, and the jacket with the yellow piping, the gray slacks.
You
They were all too
it up.
familiar.
When you said pizza dough, it reminded me of the Let Me Tell You About Pizza Delivery episode. And now I'm just thinking about like the guy who lived in like a pitch black house who wanted a deep dish pizza with extra barbecue sauce and beef.
Oh, just so you know, they added a Christina and a Mayer.
Base.
Yeah, I saw the Mary. I helped with the mayor.
Christine!
I helped make the
Oh.
Mary.
Oh, and Rock Bottom was finished.
No mistake
No, they
about
got soy
that.
milk.
Oh yeah,
They're trying to make an OP build.
Yeah.
Cricket's head,
That's
soy
already a
milk, and
little
rock bottom.
OP. Yeah. Guppy's head, Sci-Fly.
Yeah, or yeah, Guppy's head.
Anyway.
Yeah, not about that. It's Snake.
Well,
Slice erased. Now he really has something to yick out about.
yeah, he's yicking
What
out.
the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Lotus's voice is unnaturally
Oh.
deep and strange, and Junpei heard it
yeah,
catching in his
he's
throat.
he's totally been yicked. Oh, Homestuck was just put next to the Vine Sauce one on the left.
Squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth grow.
Yeah.
It sounded like a
Between-
noise a
between Vine
ghost would make.
Sauce-
No matter how many
between
times he
Vine
heard it,
Sauce
he
and
never got
Yick.
used to it. Every time it put him on edge.
No, Granddad! Granddad, no! They're gonna erase Granddad! And the
Wait, where's
polar bear
Granddad?
on the German flag underneath Vine Sauce.
No!
It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should.
God, what is
Miss
up with
Clover.
these fucking German?
She sat on the edge of
Where police
the
use
bed, her
things.
hand drooping listlessly onto her chest. Eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rising ball of her chest, she didn't move. They felt as if a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces. Snake was probably murdered. Just as Artie was killed the same way the Ninth Man was. Seven lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santo, June, and Lotus.
Aw.
Seven looked at one of them, each one of them in turn, and continued. Pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open the door 3. And then they shoved him into it, alone. They waited 9 seconds for the door to close shut. Once that door was shut, it was over for Snake, but he'd give up. Probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. A small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything else to lose. It's just... What is it?
Sketch Pixels just sent a clip about me.
Oh, the Miko Tomatone? What?
Oh, it was when I was looking at the R plate, and I was like, man, what is up with these fucking Germans? Sketch Pixels
Oh.
flipped it and named it World War II in a nutshell.
Oh. Oh,
What
okay.
is up with these fucking Here, let me send it. Oh, that's really funny.
Poland in 1939.
The Germans woke up another piss.
They're making
Yeah,
a Polish flag right now.
uh,
Or they're trying to.
Right. It was a small chance, was like he had to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
Oh, that's
The detonator only deactivated as everybody authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Then 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened. I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake.
Wait, Isaac got
You want to
voted?
open for Snake and a single killer.
No!
Oh my god.
Which one?
The one up by Stardew Valley.
No!
Man. Exactly.
No!
That means we're looking at multiple perps here. Big crossed his arms and grunted. Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed? We all split up to look for the parts of the Reds, I think.
They killed him for the Joker!
Yeah. then
Like he had the shit
Joker.
bad. That's why he went to the shower room.
Yeah. Go to the bathroom.
Or if that was what he
Take a
noticed. He was,
shit.
right after that was when we noticed he was gone. Ugh. Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we've been assigned, looking for the parts.
Fuck. The French
Yeah.
people are awake too, and they're pissed off.
That means
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
could be a killer.
French.
I saw the big Eiffel Tower they're building.
Yeah. No, they're getting dangerously close to the Flash inscription. Piece, which
So
is
Fiori's
really
still alive.
unfortunate.
Well, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Jim seemed shocked.
How can you say one of us is a killer so casually?
Well, not
It
just
was
one
by
of
some
us.
streamer,
If
right?
I'm right, then
The
at
big
least 2
Eiffel
of us are
Tower?
murderers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Fucking French! Why don't you calm the fuck down? What are you gonna gain by being so sussy?
I don't know, you seem pretty sussy to me, old man.
What?
Took my $19 Fortnite card dream.
Someone put Teto.
Oh.
I want to put Garrow Frog.
What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know. And by Zero,
Zero wants?
yeah. I know him. He's me.
He is? Oh, thanks for the confession, dude.
What? No, I'm joking. Slash J.
No, it was funny.
It was slash J, slash
Uh-huh.
S. It's what the fucking kids say now, right?
Uh-huh.
Help me out here, please. Please.
Right.
Exactly. It was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and a loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against what?
Then you're saying that Zero's trying to split us up and making us fight each other?
Yes,
Sure, whatever you say.
that is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion.
Sus.
To sus. You're so sussy. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship. Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's mission, not mine.
You're right. Then does that mean the person who killed Snake
Yes, almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone who should doubt it, should be Zero. It should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well? Motherfucker!
If they hadn't really considered that. Zero had killed Snake, and Zero was on the ship with them. Is Zero still on the ship with them?
Of course.
Of course he was.
Wano.
That was obvious.
School.
Zero was somewhere on the ship, but they had no idea where. Junpei mumbled to himself, lost in thought. Where could Zero be hiding? Suddenly
He's one
everyone
of
went
us.
very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy. Junpei could feel it was crawling across his back and around his throat. Again he heard the ghosting moaning noise. Moments later, a person who looked more than a ghost than human appeared. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
I think
You think?
Zero is one of us.
Among Us? Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. Who? Junpei said.
Well, that's possible.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
Among Us.
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't you hear what I said?
Exactly. Did you hear what I fucking said? I
No.
said we shouldn't suspect each other for no reason.
No reason? I've got a great reason.
What's that?
The bracelets. He held out his left arm. Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You don't think Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then you could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something that they weren't supposed to. It'd be a lot more precise and a lot easier. If that's the case, then why is the bomb set up by the detonator bracelets?
Huh, you got a compelling argument.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the Nonary game. All the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move on forward. Why is that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that? They let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. Santo answered.
So let's say, hypothetically, in a hypothetical situation, you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us, so control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah. Junpei nodded. 7, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right? Yeah, something like that. Alright, then I got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yeah, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those two? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake equals Zero, and Akko equals one of us. 7 and Ace's theory aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us. No one spoke. Their faces grinned, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed her or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
What were his motives?
His motives?
Yes. Isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Oh, well, that's
Among
because,
Us.
Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that. He had, honest himself, he had no idea. I don't know. The side.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
That was not a very compelling argument.
In other words, you only have circumstantial evidence.
I don't think it's really enough to go on, you know? Junpei was painfully aware of the eyes on him and their disapproval. Trying to find something else, anything else to look at, just when he felt he could bear it no longer.
Huh, I wonder what that noise is.
Heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Then we need to move now. 7, Clover, Junpei. I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say and sighed. Seven and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
As his words put their feet to moving, they all knew where they were going. Their next destination was Mercury. It sat, bolted to the wall near the staircase that led to the casino and the kitchen, between the 2 elevators. Mercury card reader. Junpei stood in front of it with the Mercury card. Seven had given him the card. I felt it when we were checking out the shower room. At least that's what he said. They slid the card through the reader. The light on the reader turned green and made a tiny electronic noise. Now they were ready. Junpei and June had been chosen as investigators. The reason being that they had been to EDEC before and no one else had. As before, Junpei sent the elevator ahead to make sure the floor that they were headed to wasn't flooded. As before, the elevator returned as dry as it had been left. Once it had been checked for water, Junpei and June stepped into the elevator.
Just jamming to this music.
There were only 2 floor buttons left. There were only 2 floor buttons they could push, C and bottom. The rest were destroyed or did nothing. They hit the bottom button. Door closed. Slowly they began to move downward. Sometime later, Junpei and June stepped off the elevator and onto the bottom deck. They stepped off and saw that the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet. The hallway in front of them was a dead end, not a regular dead end.
It's a numbered door.
This is the 8th one
Wow.
we found.
Very
There
observant.
were 2 numbered doors on B deck near the central staircase. They were both 4 and 5. There were 3 more in the large hospital room. 3, 7, and 8. Junpei and June had found another door on E deck. And Lotus and Santa had found the 7th on A deck. It was a 6. There were a 6 and a 1 respectively. 4, 5, 3, 7, 8, 6, and 1. And now 2 stood in front of Junpei.
Oh, now all
Only
they need
one
is
thing it
9.
meant.
Do you think the next door we find?
There is no
Yeah,
door
I think so.
9.
Next one's gonna be door 9. Next door is door 8.5.
Door 8.5.
Despite himself, Junpei felt excited. There was something about that excitement that frightened him as well. It was best to put it from his mind and headed back to the C deck with June. Alright, let's open these up. The pieces of paper they
Great.
folded up lay on the ground next to Junpei's legs.
Granddad has been disintegrated.
7 of them all told. They were written on paper pulled from Junpei's notebook, and each one of them bore a code made in a door. Why had they decided to vote this way? They decided it wasn't fair to simply ask everyone once. That would allow people to force others to go through certain doors. Well, that wasn't the only reason. Junpei proposed the voting system, and he had a plan. It wasn't a plan he wanted anyone catching wind of, however. So it was best to act as calm as he began to open and read the pieces of paper. Yeah, forcing people through certain doors.
Interesting.
Check this. The first one read, Ace requests door 1.
Uh-huh. Because I like that number. Do you like my explanation?
No, we don't have the time for that. Let's keep going.
Shut up.
Oh, that one hurt. No one care,
Yeah.
huh? We open the second one. Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
We continue with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Over wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
What?
Wait a minute.
No, I fucking
There's no way
don't.
I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
No. There would be no point to voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
But
Just give it up, Lotus. So like I would hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
damn. I'm not an exhibitionist. Wearing clothes.
Barely.
Where? Okay, where?
So last I checked, that's not a crime.
Maybe. What about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Oh.
No fucking way, dude.
I'm going to kill you.
They fucking fight.
Lotus's hair flared out like the mane of an angry lion. She roared with a voice that shook the walls. With some difficulty, Ace managed to restrain her.
Junpei,
Oh, they're
gone, reduced to ashes.
restoring Isaac.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Right. He tore his eyes away and looked down at the 6th piece of paper. He opened it. June wants door 6.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
All the papers say Junpei's him in red. He did some quick calculations in his head. People who requested door 1, Ace and Clover. This was the door in A deck. People who requested door 2, 7 and Lotus. This was the door on the bottom deck. Could be reached by taking. Could be reached by taking the elevator.
Oh, I found 999.
Ace.
Oh,
Place.
did you? Where? Where?
It's
Give me
by Sarah.
coordinates.
Well, that makes
Oh,
sense.
coordinates. 1950 by 160.
People who requested
Okay.
door 6, Santa and June. This was the door in E deck. Took him less than a second to run the numbers. He opened the 7th piece of paper and spoke. Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through door 6.
Wait, where is it?
June flipped open the piece of paper.
Oh, there's 999.
It read, Junpei, door 6. Of course it did. He'd written it after all.
That's a problem.
June spoke barely above a whisper, but they all knew what she'd said.
That's my solid snake.
None of these teams will be able to go through the doors they want.
Clover and I chose door 1.
Okay, and
Okay.
Lotus and I chose door 2.
Gee. It's not enough people to open a numbered door, however.
Just the roots don't match up.
It's got similar problems. Junpei and I want to go through door 6, but our digital route's 5. If we're gonna open that door, we won.
Damn.
Damn, that shit sucks.
What are we gonna do now?
What are we gonna do? Junpei crossed his arms and did his best to put his thoughts in order.
Yes, let's see what you've been
The
working on
others
together.
followed suit, but with little result. Eventually, Clover broke the silence.
Why don't 7 and Lotus go through door 1? With me.
Face was cold and flat, as was her voice, but her logic was sound. Then Lotus looked at each other. First problem resolved, Ace spoke up.
What about me?
What about you?
Without you.
What about you?
Isn't that obvious? Was it one of the teams just complaining they didn't have a 1?
You mean I should join Santa's team?
Clover nodded, her face still cold and motionless. Her attitude and posture
sorry.
could not have been more different than the energetic girl only a few hours before.
I'm sorry, I just don't want to catch it.
No one seemed ready to contradict her.
Catch what?
The gay.
Woo!
73, 780.
Given the horrible situation in which she had found herself, but even so,
Ooh!
Let's see.
I'm trying to find a place, but... I'm trying to find a place that no one's looking. Ideally, I want it by...
Oh,
I could do this.
oh yeah, I see it. Good job, Sketch Pixels. Anyway,
I understand. I will go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a numbered door. No one will be left behind. This seems to be the most reasonable solution.
7, Lotus, what do you guys think? I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a brain.
Me...
Alright then, we're good to go. At last, Junpei and the other 6 had managed to separate themselves into 2 teams. Clover, 7, and Lotus headed to A deck, where the door, number 1 door was. Junpei, June, Ace, and Santa, however, took the elevator down. The ride to E deck was a silent one.
alright, let's go.
Santa's words jolted them to action, and they stepped out of the elevator and into a long, straight hallway. Before long, they arrived in front of the door 6. One by one, they put their palms to the red.
The red. Yeah, I do have school in the morning,
Oh.
so
You know what? I'll just stop before this.
okay, let's do it then. Oh man, we've been playing for a while, huh?
God, it sucks. Everywhere I try to...
Right,
Everywhere I try to make something.
Someone takes over.
Alright, well, stream is over then.
All right.
Well, no, I'm trying... I tried to take over the Suns, the basketball team. No, someone's watching it.
Alright. Well, alright. It's fun.
Yeah, it was. I had a good time. Bye, Sketch Pixels.
Have a good night.